Hello, everybody, and welcome to JC3 Cards and Collectibles YouTube channel. Today, we are here to talk through some of our miscellaneous sports sellers for the past week. Me and Stu, we're going to go through our sales that didn't fall into the big categories, not the basketball, baseball, football, auto racing. You're going to have a little bit of a hodgepodge of a few other cards that we sold, just onesie-twosie sales for the week. So we will be back right after this and share with you those cards for the week. Be back in a minute. All right, welcome back and thank you for joining us today. If you've seen our content before, you know that every week we like to break down our sales for the week. We are a growing business, still in our first year here at JC3 Cards and Collectibles. We like to share some of our experiences in this journey of starting an online card selling business. You can check us out over at JC3 Cards and Collectibles on eBay, but we also are part of this community involved with trading cards, both sport and non-sport. And as part of that, we started our channel to share with you some of the information that was passed along to us as we got started with this. And then also a little bit of a turn on some of our own thoughts as we've gone through this and continue to grow. But we want this to be an engaging community. So we are all about sharing some of our information. So we do this every week. You get to see how we continue to grow on our journey. Hopefully get some information that helps you make some of your decisions if you choose to do this as well. I believe that iron sharpens iron, right? So, or steel sharpens steel, may be more appropriate. I think when more people come into this business, it makes us all better. It makes us all step up our game a little bit. So we are pretty open about our information out here and our sales and how we do things. You can find some how-to videos out there. You can find weekly show we do with the Dollar Box. Adam and I over at the Dollar Box every Wednesday night. We do a live interactive show on YouTube called Dollar Box Live, 2 to 3 hours talking about news and sometimes nonsense and a little bit of knowledge all about this low-end card selling business. So let's dive into our the rest of our sport categories for today. So if you haven't already, we've got videos out there this week on our football, baseball, auto racing, and basketball sales. This one's going to combine the rest of these sports categories. So we've got some hockey, some soccer, and some MMA this week that we're going to lump together in this video and talk about a little bit. So you can see soccer and hockey and MMA. You've got the breakdowns there. Hockey was about 7% of our sports card sales, soccer 3%, and MMA 3%. Altogether, these miscellaneous sports categories were about 11% of our total sales this week. Not a ton of them, really sporadic. That's why we're going to bucket them together. These kind of ebb and flow. MMA, sometimes I'll see get a little surge. I'm still trying to grow the store in our soccer offerings and our hockey offerings. And I think that's probably why we have a little bit smaller segment of sales in those categories, because we just don't have as many listings out there yet. Really trying to get a good feel for what people are looking for in the hockey and the soccer market. They're not sports that I have a lot of expertise in as far as a viewer, but I continue to learn and continue to go out there and try and source some new offerings and get those listed. So let's dig into the details of the handful of cards we did sell this week in these categories. Here you can see a table of the cards sold in our listings, and then some images of those cards. So at the top of the list, we've got a couple Mario Lemieux hockey cards of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Both of these are from the same set, actually, 1991-92 Topps Stadium Club. And these are members-only cards. They are not numbered. Those on the backs, they touted a sports special, kind of a newspaper headline type of scenario. But you can see those two cards in the top row there, one on the left, one on the right. We sold both of those this week. Different price points, but relatively similar. Lower end cards, Those are paper cards, not a lot to them. They were in still good condition. So I was happy to see those move. Mario Lemieux certainly has a following yet. I believe he's a Hall of Famer in hockey. The top left, the card with him with the trophy, that sold for $1.75 this week. On the top right, you see him on the ice. He's suited up. He's got his helmet on. That one sold for $1.50. Solid, not spectacular, but good to see some hockey moving through the store. I will continue to try and build up our hockey offerings. Up next, we've got an MMA card. We've got a 2023 Panini Chronicles certified blue, serial numbered out of 99. John Bones Jones there in the middle of your screen, right in here. Really nice finish to that card. It's got the blue parallel borders. It is a refractor. You can see a little splotch of color there from the lighting when the image was photographed. And serial numbered out of 99, making this a little more exclusive card. I negotiated a little bit with a buyer on this one. I think I had this out there for a little bit more, but we settled on a price of $13 for that card this week. John Jones has had his problems in his personal life, which has taken away from a spectacular career in the UFC a little bit, but he has won titles. He's an interesting personality, which, those things go together to give him a good market out there. And then just the rarity of this card that's serial numbered on a 99 is what really drives some value in this one. So happy with a $13 sale on that for MMA this week. And then finally, we've got a soccer card. So it's my goal every week to sell a soccer card because it's really a market I'm trying to grow in. I don't have a lot of knowledge as a fan and spectator of soccer. It's not really one of my core sports I watch, but I keep pushing to give more offerings in our store for soccer and really look to see that translate into some sales every week. So this week, we've got one soccer card, a 2021-22 Topps Chrome UFA, I think that's how you say that, UEFA, Champions League Future Stars insert of Jude Bellingham. That's a $3.50 sale. What I like about this one is this is an example of me learning from my sourcing mistakes. As I learn more about the relevant names in soccer, there are some earlier boxes that I passed on Jude Bellingham. And my good friend Adam over at the Dollar Box, he's big into soccer. And sometimes we go through the same boxes at different times. And there was a particular card show where he said, dude, you went through that soccer box and I found a bunch of Jude Bellinghams I scooped up. Well, I remember stuff like that. And the next time I did not pass on the Jude Bellinghams. And this is the result of one of those. A $3.50 sale. A nice classy design with the future stars. This is common to the Chrome series in all sports. They've got that star outline over the player. It's a little bit of a refractive finish on that. The color pops on it. So I can see why people like these. I like them myself. But really happy to see a soccer sale for this week. It tells me I can continue to keep growing in that area, continue to put some resources into finding some increased soccer offerings and quite frankly, some better soccer offerings as well. So we will continue to work hard on that. Those are our miscellaneous sports sales for this week. Not a lot. I didn't want to dedicate a whole video to just hockey or MMA or soccer because there weren't a lot of sales here, but I wanted to combine them together and show those as well. So thank you for joining us here at JC3 Cards and Collectibles for another week of our sports sales. We're going to have our non-sports sales coming up next. We'll have a few short videos on that as well. I'll put a link to our non-sports sales. We'll put it right up there someplace so you can click on that if you want to watch these in a series of shorts. Little different format we're doing this week. Previously, we used to do all these sales in one long-form video. Not everybody has an hour and a half to go through all of these at one time. And I thought it'd be a little easier instead of trying to rely on chapters and a long video. We'll just do a number of short videos, and then maybe you don't have any interest in soccer or auto racing, and you don't even want to watch those videos. That way we have more opportunity for you as the viewer to look at what you like. So if you like this change in format, if you like these cards that we showed this week, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. If it's your first time here, smash that subscribe button. That really helps us understand, is this content that people want to see more of, and helps us decide where we want to spend some of our time and energy, because this type of YouTube content does take some time to build. We also want to balance getting you fresh listings out there in our store on eBay. But if you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, we know, hey, it's worthwhile. People want to see this, and we will continue to do it. So thank you again for joining us. Until next time, this is Charlie and Stuart saying,